Hello and welcome to MKN Mothers and Kids Network. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing my breast pumping machine. A while back, I did a breastfeeding kits video where I talked about all the equipment that I used for breastfeeding. So what I've been doing is I've been reviewing the product that I featured in that video. I tend to pick them randomly to review, but sometimes I prioritize the ones that have been requested by you guys. So this is what I've got here today, my Spectra S2 machine. There is a Spectra S1. They're exactly the same thing, made by the same company. The difference is the S1 is rechargeable. That's the only difference. And obviously the price. But the good news is at the moment S1 is half price, so bringing it down to the same price, so you can get the rechargeable one for the same price as this one. And the physical difference is that this is pink or peach color, while the S1 is blue. I'll be putting the description of the link of how you can get it in the description box as usual. So this is what it looks like when you're ready to express. You just put down your breast and off you go. The nipple sheet is 28 millimeters. Sometimes I've heard that sometimes this is too big or too small for some people. This is the perfect size. I think for the average, for most people, this will be fine. But if you find out that this is not your perfect size, because if it isn't, then it might not work properly. If it's not your size, you can always get a replacement nipple sheet, and I think they're about £10 or probably less on Amazon as well. But try this first and see how you go. But it only comes as one size of the nipple shield, and I'm gonna show you how to set it up. So you take, let's take that. This is where I keep everything that I need after I've sterilized them. I keep them there. So you take this, you connect that with this. This is the smaller, there's two sides to this plastic bit. You connect the rubber, the white rubber thing, to the smaller one this way. Once it's connected, you cover it with the bigger one. Then you take your tube and connect it to the smaller end. Can you see that's slightly smaller? You connect that, and that goes to the nipple shield this way, and that's it. You get your bottle, and you get this, the connecting tube. That's like silicone-ish. You put that. Everything must be on for it to work properly. It works using a vacuum system. If you don't pull everything, you compromise the vacuum and it doesn't work. So it needs to be all complete, and that's it. And you put that onto your breast this way. I always use the breastfeeding pump bra just because it's easier for me, and that's it. If you only want to express one breast, make sure you remove the tube from there and cover it up with this, for the same reason as the fact that if you don't, you'll be compromising the vacuum system if you're only expressing one. So and you don't close it up, so you need to close up the second one with that cover if you're not using both. So things to remember when you're expressing is that it's better to express on a full breast. If you try and express when your breast is half full or whatnot, it's just not as effective. You don't get more out of it than if you do it on a full breast. So try and express on a full breast. So we turn that on. As you can see, it's quite quiet. It's quiet, to be honest, so which is really good. The good thing about this is the fact that it actually saves the mode that it's on. So it tells you, it saves it from the previous setting, from the last use. It saves it. So as soon as you turn it on, you don't have to remember the settings you used the last time. It's saved. And if you're like me, I just stick to that, and that's what I use all the time. So I never remember the number. But I tend to use cycle 42 vacuum 8. But it depends on what works for you. Just play with numbers and see what works for you, but I use 42 and 8. The best way to express is you massage first. When you turn it on, it goes to the expression mode, so you need to press this again. And can you see the difference in the sound? This is the massage mode, so you massage first. Once the breast milk starts coming out, then you go to the expression mode. This one is quite quiet, it's slower, whereas the massage mode is faster. The massage mode has a preset setting, so you can't change it, but once you get to the expression, you can change it. So you can change the cycle or the vacuum by pressing the plus or the minus button if you want. So the cycle is basically how many times a second or a minute that it pumps, and the vacuum is how effective it pumps. So if it's too high, sometimes it's not comfortable, but overall just work there and see what works for you. So what do I like about this machine? The first thing I like is the fact that it's comfortable. It's really comfortable. Some other types can be painful, but this is comfortable. Obviously, if you make it too high a vacuum or too fast a cycle, it might become painful, but generally it is comfortable. Second thing I like about it is the fact that it saves the setting. You don't have to remember the last setting you used. It saves it. It has like a sort of memory thing, except you then change it, but it saves it. The third thing I like about this is the timer. He has a 30 minutes preset timer, and it turns up on its own. If you need to start again, you can always turn it back on, but obviously 30 minutes is sufficient to get a decent amount. I tend to do mine for 20 minutes and turn it off as well. The fourth thing I like about this machine is the size. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just the right size. The fifth thing I like about it is it's quiet. Like I mentioned, I have usually expressed when my baby is around, maybe sleeping, because I tend to express last thing at night or the first thing in the morning, and I've never ever woken him up or disturbed anyone or disturbed other people, so it's really quiet. The sixth thing I like about it is that the night mode. It has the night mode, so if other people are sleeping, you can turn off the main light in the room and just have this. It's low enough that it's not disturbing everyone else, but it is bright enough that you can see things around you that you need in terms of pumping and other things that you want. And the seventh thing I like about this is the fact that it's small but mighty. It is effective. That's the seventh thing. It's very effective. It's the hospital grade, and it is pretty much similar or sometimes even better than some of the other ones that they even use in the hospital. It's very effective. I love this pumping machine. So those are the 7 things I like about it. In terms of the bottle, once you finish expressing, if there's a time difference between when you're expressing and when you're going to use it, obviously cover it just to keep it from germs. Some people use the teat that it comes with to feed their baby. I personally have never used this. Apparently this is really good, so you can try it, but I just prefer to stick to this as a collection bottle, so that as soon as I've expressed, I wash it, I sterilize it, and that's it until the next time. I don't want to have to be looking for this or washing it when I need it, so I clean it all together and I keep it for the next time I'm expressing. So the way I use it is, as soon as I express, I pour this in another bottle. If I'm using it straight away, if I'm not, I pour this into a storage bag, or a milk storage bag, and I refrigerate it or freeze it as I deem fit, depending on when I want to use it. And then I just wash this straight away. So it's totally up to you, but I have heard that this is a good quality. It also has this place where you can place your bottle I never actually use that. I tend to just use my bra to hold it. And I think that's all I have for you for today about my breast pump Spectra S2. If you've got any questions, as usual, put them down below and I'll try and answer them as much as I can. Also, I will be doing a Q&A session in March. If you've got any questions, send them to me through social media, in the comment section, by call, WhatsApp, anyhow you want to send them, and I will be answering them in March when I do my Q&A video. Also, the target for February is 30 subscribers, so if you can share and tell other people about this channel, that would be great. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and you share as well, and most importantly, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Until next time, take care. Bye.